This story could make you to sigh. It could make you to query honesty. It could draw tears to your eyes and make you wonder if it's not altruism that the animal which does not eat another hardly gets fat. But what is this story? Let us rewind that tape. On November 18th, 2021, our sister program, Corruption Tori, organized a town hall in Mpape FCT, at which some Nigerians who have committed themselves to the fight against corruption were honored. These Nigerians, who despite the pressure of family needs, poverty, and want, either rejected offers to profit from corruption or turned down opportunities to profit from other people's sweat or money, or to abuse their offices, included a woman, Mrs. Ofobike Modesta, from New Karu in Nasarawa State.
Some people came to jollificate in her restaurant. After jollificating, they were so happy that they forgot all their money in the place and went home. How much did they forget in your restaurant?
60,000.
60,000 naira. And if you have been to Modesta's restaurant, you will know that she needs that money to uplift her restaurant. But she said no and started looking for those people and returned that money intact. Yes, 60,000 is not 1 million, but if you steal 60,000, you can steal 1 billion. So we are presenting this to you, Modesta Ofobike, in recognition of your anti-corruption efforts. And we are doing this on behalf of MacArthur Foundation, our supporters, Signature Television, and our program, Corruption Tori.
Mrs. Ofobike had told our reporters that no matter how tough the times were, she could not take what did not belong to her in order to make ends meet.
Number 1, Number 2, we make them because of all my sweat. People say I never to clear as Lamcho come with it.
For her little children, it was enough that Mama did everything, but to be dishonest to provide for them.
Anything we no get, she dey buy for us. Even though food no dey, she go find where she go get food so that she will give us.
Mrs. Ofobike's colleagues at the New Karu Monday Market, where she operated her virtually empty restaurant and bar, extolled her virtue of integrity and looking up to God for succor, no matter how hard the times may be.
She's very nice. I see many things from her.
Oh, Madam Modesta is a good woman for this place where we know. Okay. For the years we are don't stay here, they sell. The good thing when they do, we I even like. I see those my engine while they grant this my visit. If I leave her outside, forget go. Tomorrow if I come, it then my table they wait for me. She's a nice woman. No?
Ofobike means integrity, justice, our strength. Last Saturday, we got the bad news that Modesta Ofobike has been forced by the hard times to close her business. The rent for each of her double-room restaurant goes for 55,000 naira per annum. Ofobike had returned 60,000 naira forgotten by a customer. If she had converted the money, she could have paid the rent. She did not, and it is for her failure to pay the rent, which has accumulated for 2 years, that the landlord asked her out. Mrs. Ofobike is also owing house rent for a year and 6 months. With 4 children to cater for, Modesta of Fobike could not be helped by integrity or justice. She was kicked out of the rented one-room apartment where she lived with her children. She distributed some of her belongings to neighbors and parked out of Karu last week.
I feel very bad because the thing happened when I'm not strong. And I was not in the market when the thing happened, so I cannot be able to do anything. I feel bad. Since the owner of the house said she should leave the shop, she has to leave the shop. It's nothing for her to do again. So some of her items, she even packed it in my own apartment.
Modesta of Fobike's story puts pressure on the campaign against corruption. Does honesty pay? Does society reward those who stand up against corrupt practices? The good book says, "He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved." Will integrity and standing against corruption, no matter how economically downtrodden, save Modesta of Fobike?
A woman who has shown such fortitude, such uprightness, such sincerity, such monumental integrity should be able to be helped in order to encourage and motivate other citizens. As the person representing her, do my best to encourage her, to ensure that that perdition is alleviated.
This is our story that will test the value we put on integrity and honest living. In Abuja, Marvelous Obomanu for Signature Show.